You've seen this script
he
before.
got
Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion.
he got a bunch of BS
And you're going to see that Brendan Clark is the one out there on the field. The reason for that is, unfortunately, George Funk suffered a foot fracture against UNLV. He's out for 4 weeks. And what that's done to...
Got a bunch of BS sack interceptions. He was snapping the ball and running.
The Seminoles will put total.
He said it was QB run, but he was snapping the ball and running. So the receiver ran the route.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
I don't know something about quarterback, man. I can't complete no passes with this starter.
They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. They'll run it from the gun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The give to the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. There's always that issue of conference pride, of keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to be
no running back. I love
these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off-season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
Coming after it.
No.
Intercepted. Bringing it back. He's at the 20. Touchdown, no. How about that D coming up with a play?
I wanted to throw it away.
And that is not the start this offense wanted. You're trying to come out, you're trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick six early and put yourself in a hole. Not good.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
Well, he's so good this year, and I thought he was
defense right back out there to try to score again after pick six.
LSU. Yeah.
And he's coming out of the end
Oh,
zone.
we already talked about it.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25.
Probably rocking with Colorado. First I said Michigan, but I ain't trying to go to that pack big team.
Back and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game.
He'll say he's going to the Big 12.
They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this
so
offense.
He'll say he's going to the Big 12.
This defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
You better, them boys going to be sad.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The play action fake.
No,
and
man.
the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down.
You know, it's hard enough just to catch passes in college football, but to do it while also
Well, he
being
stepped out of bounds. I threw the ball, and I led him back inside. For the only reason, he made him fade back up.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really
Some
hard for this
conservatives, but I
offense
know
in
they
this
don't mean
game
nothing.
to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
And the Vols have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it.
Buddy,
That one
they
never
gotta
had
be
a chance.
something.
Incomplete.
This is a team right now playing with tons of confidence because of how much their defense
stop
is
my guy.
dominating. Just look what they did the last time they took the field.
Be with the
Look what
breakout.
they're doing early in
He
this
bumped
game. They've
into
got dudes flying around making plays. They are a tough unit.
Ball still at the 45 after the incompletion. They'll snap it 2nd and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Misfired on 1st down. Back to the air on 2nd. Got his man quickly. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few.
Not difficult, not complicated.
That play's supposed to
but
get
early
more
in
than
the
that.
game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play.
Well, 2 things I love by the quarterback on that play. 1, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's open and I'm taking off and running. And 2, get out of bounds. No need to take a big hit. Just save yourself, save the body. Fresh set of downs coming up. Well done.
63? What are you jumping over?
Chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands.
Man,
he
he
gets
jumping
it
over
close
there.
to the line of scrimmage.
He
but
got
look what he was
another
able
ball.
to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. 1st down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep.
19, you
That's
got to
what
do
you
better.
expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle
19, you
there.
got to do better with
Well,
that
and on
block.
these little
We
push
had
passes,
something.
timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of
getting the
bump
ball
over.
out.
That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Finds a man by himself. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown ball.
Forget about those tight ends, right? They come up and they block most of the time, and a lot of time near the line of scrimmage, and then occasionally offenses do a great job, get creative, find a way to get a good matchup for the tight end, and he does the rest and gets in for 6.
And the extra point is good. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And he's going to run it back. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. They'll try to get outside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
A lot of times offenses will do the FIB, formation into the boundary, try to take advantage of you necessarily spreading out, sending more resources to the field, try to take advantage. Offense gave it a whirl, but the defense, they did not move. They did their assignments, got the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Dang.
And the Knowles racing to the line in the hurry
Running my own plays on me.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. To the ground, he's got it again. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quick release by the QB. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in the recent history, but this team back in the day, man, Doak was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State Seminole.
Running with power, and he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. The Knowles with the 1st and 10. The Knowles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown.
I don't know why he took such a weird angle out there. Like,
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these
15
guys
yards
were on
off the
same
ball.
page. They had a look defensively that let
Well,
them
you
know
already
we can
behind him.
pitch this
I'm
thing
not
way
understanding
down the
it.
field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He's going to bring it out from deep. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
I don't have all the speed everybody else got. I can't really just go out like that.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
On second down, looking to throw. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He's got it upright. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Florida State 14, Tennessee 7.
First down to start the drive after the break. The give to the back.
Man, you
And
got
he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running back searching for a hole. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. The Vols in the hurry up. On the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever.
And I didn't know what 24 was doing.
I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat them.
The Volunteers will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the middle.
Oh, my God.
Incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. Fourth down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
They'll go to the counter play.
Oh, see that stupid angle he took?
And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. They've got him wobbling after that big play now to pay it off on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. Right back to the well. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll give it to the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Touchdown Seminoles! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
It's man-to-man.
Second receiving touchdown of the game. My man
You're blocking the
finding pay dirt.
What's the other guy doing?
The kind of guys that you
that's not
feature throughout a game. And he can do this.
What's the other guy doing that's not being blocked?
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll start this drive with a pass. He's right on target. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Right down the middle. A strike downfield. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those 1st downs. Get those big chunks.
And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
This offense has a 2nd down play.
On the coming, fellas.
He's looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. It's complete to the right. Got room at the 35. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. And the Volunteers are in the hurry-up.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is...
Oh, my God.
The pass hits, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions
thought for
already
sure
in
he
this
had,
game. He's got to do a much
tight
better job
end.
with his decision making.
Fool me.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big
Bro.
lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. They'll try to snap it quickly. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw. Escapes trouble. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Breaks the tackle.
Come on.
Pocket starts to collapse.
Dude.
That pass is well off target. He got hit.
Well, you would get hit.
Trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Defense had his number on this one. They should have got a sack there in the pocket on 3rd down. He was able to escape it. Nobody quit on the back end. Everybody doing a great job in coverage, forcing the incompletion and forcing 4th down.
Get away, get away.
And they'll just down it right there.
Man, they got to fix it. My dudes don't move.
Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns.
Look at this, man.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurried. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make them feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Backed up in their own end, a quick hitter might work. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. 4th down, and the clock continues to dwindle away. They get right to the line of scrimmage. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch past the sticks. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Going up top on 1st down. Fires to the right. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Got some room to run. Inside the 10. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown.
I don't feel about 12 interceptions.
These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4.
I don't feel about 12 interceptions with that one guy.
Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter.
You got to sit down, man. Playing too good a defense to be giving up pick sixes.
We're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Buffalo needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Western New York behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Fresno State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
And an empty backfield here on 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play, and the wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
Yeah. I saw it coming. Okay. Where's your ball? 21 point.
Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, and you might as well
Probably
get
save
used
it
to the
for
sound
another
you're
pick
hearing.
six
The
anyway.
Seminole war chant is going full throat, and boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going
They
on
helped
their
me
road
get
and right
a
into the
fresh
snake
start.
pit. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the
A fresh
Tennessee
start for me.
Volunteers, taking on a team who is rested and
The
ready
red quarterback
coming
was
off the bye,
done.
the Florida State Seminoles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up.
Ha! You got a plan for the rest of the season?
And the Vols will put total leather to crank us up. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. On first down, here comes this offense. Wide out in motion. He wants to start this drive with a pass.
Buddy.
And the completion to the sideline is solid pickup, but not enough for the first down. And the Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
From the gun, running back on the move. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Uncorks one. Tight end getting vertical. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. And the Seminoles are on the move. When Bobby Bowden built this program, high-flying offenses, great quarterback play, innovation, and that's what they hope they'll see on display today.
Yeah, and it was year after year, man. He found so many elite athletes, such good recruiting in the state of Florida, and when the Seminoles get those guys, man, those teams fly.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play.
No, come on, buddy.
To get a hand in there and force the incompletion.
I hate when we do that.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and
let me
long
select them
situations
fast enough.
where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback.
On that.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Skips away from pressure.
Oh, here we go again.
Now it's picked off. And they'll drag him down.
Yeah, you batted to the ground.
The interception.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day. Gets
a lot of you got batted to the ground.
That's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end. And he's got to be real careful with his eyes. Not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Seminoles want to crank the tempo. Might as well stick with him. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
Oh, the same play. And they didn't line up the same way. They just standing around.
With a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. He finds his man. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a first down. The Vols come to the line with a new set of downs.
That's a pretty impressive throw, man. That's given me Peyton Manning to Peerless Price memories back when I was watching them, playing against them in college. That was a thing of beauty right there. There's a nice chemistry that this quarterback has with this group of wide receivers, and you see that in the timing of these throws.
The Volunteers moving quickly to the line. Snap it to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. And they will score! Touchdown, Tennessee! Lining up to add another. And it's up and good. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit and you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Now on second down. He's looking to throw. setting up the screen. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw.
Man.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
At the 45 on his way. He's off to the races. He's at the 10. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
And sometimes you go, man, what a play by that guy. He carried people, or he broke tackles, or his speed. And that time I'm like, Palmer, where is the defense?
I think it's too many guys being selfish, David. I think it's guys getting out of their gap. Everyone's trying to be a me guy, a hero, get the stat, maybe get the sack, get upfield. But you've got to play team defense. 11 guys doing their job. They did not get it done there.
They'll run the option. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Seminole.
No monkey business. 1st down, come downhill, run the fullback. If he gets in the end
Big
zone,
plays.
let's not make any bones about this. Be physical, run that thing, block those guys up front. Nice job by this offense taking care of business in the red zone.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in there, they moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Using the quick game. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. And the Volunteers want to pick up the tempo.
Oh, he didn't even know.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Florida State 14, Tennessee 7.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. He wants to throw. Got his man down the middle.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
As a play caller, you feel confident throwing this out to the perimeter against zone coverage when you have that kind of timing and chemistry. This quarterback and receiver do. You saw it on that one.
Zings it complete to the right. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Fast motion from the offense. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out route. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Makes his connection. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. And the Vols trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. They'll run play action. They're bringing heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. Quick toss. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Volunteers.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
They'll line up to go for 2. Wants to pass. Makes the grab for the 2.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead going for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the 2nd quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast.
Not helping me out there.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
They'll ride the hot hand. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
He's got it. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Seminoles will hustle to the line. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Flips it out in the flat. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. 3rd and goal from way back there. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. And the field goal unit is on the field.
If the cornerback had any awareness, it would have been an interception.
Ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. It's good. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top. Let's go to the
If
studio
the
now.
corner had any awareness, he could have picked it off. He's just running around.
Game this week, guys, but take a look at
Guarding
this.
grab.
Miami is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sebastian isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Southern Miss. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Devin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. He wants to throw it. Finds a soft spot in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And now to try to put things in motion on 2nd and long from the 15. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. It's complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on 1st down, 2nd down, and 3rd down, as you saw right there.
Getting some heat. They get to him as he throws. Ball in the air, intercepted. He'll try to take it back. Still on his feet. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense. That's one of those throws. He tried to give it some touch, and as soon as it left his hand, you know he was thinking, no, please bring it back, bring it back.
As a quarterback race, you've got to throw the ball with conviction. Generally, when you do, when you throw it harder, oftentimes you're a lot more accurate. All of a sudden now, you try to take something off, you're trying to throw the perfect spiral and cut the wind, and your accuracy goes down, and that was an example there. Errant throw on the interception.
Offense getting set for first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He wants it all. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down.
Bro, you're throwing the ball to people.
Got there right when the ball
And that
got there. Did
face-
get there a little bit early.
He is not wide open. You threw into a crowd.
By that defender.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And he is not going to get there as the defense
I don't even know why they were playing man. It was zone, and they just started chasing
people.
people.
The first down, but man, he makes this 4th down way more manageable. It's tough when you got 4th in Africa. Did a great job of making this manageable and keeping the playbook open.
4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up.
Hey.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, and he will score. Touchdown.
You didn't see that guy standing there? Because he sure didn't see the ball.
I love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side.
I see.
And they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, Keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
That's crazy.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Quarterback all over the place trying to make a play, but eventually he goes down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. A 1st down sack to wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Motion from the offense. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Going over the top. Makes a catch along the left sideline, and that is a big pickup.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The Vols getting set on 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. After making the interception, ran that thing back to the 18-yard line.
What an amazing play by the defense. Not only do you get the interception, but you completely flip the field. And how about the open field running by that guy once he made the pick?
Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They're already in field goal range, but Jesse, they want to be aggressive, but they can't take a negative play.
Well, the play caller's got to look up and down his sheet here to find a shot to the end zone, David. Be aggressive and see if you can get a touchdown late.
While knowing that I've got 3 in my back pocket. Don't force the ball into a bad situation, but we're definitely trying to get a touchdown.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. The option look. Now the toss. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. And you'll have to be precise from the left hash in this short angle. And this one splits the uprights.
Good beat down, man. I can see that it is.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
I can see.
And the Noles will kick it away to start the second half. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
Well, hell, I'd have played that quarter a little bit different if I'd have known.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half. Open runway ahead. The 40. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run.
Well, I'll pass the ball 50 times. Try to get back in.
Strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive
Because I thought it was over.
That speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. Gets it out quickly. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Need to get a touchdown to get the damn crowd out of it.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down.
Wrong guy.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
No. Tight end ran out. He was wide open. Right there in front of him.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. He makes a grab, and he will score. Touchdown ball.
You run 0 blitz. That safety tries to go back to who he's supposed to be guarding based on alignment. And, that linebacker that you controlled and was supposed to guard him. I don't know what you did.
Let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down.
Oh, well, a lot of safety ran over there.
Kansas is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 16 over the Red Hawks of Miami. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out
in
the
that
field.
Fucking play. I'm a steal it,
once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
The Seminoles headed quickly to the line. Going with the counter play here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And the defense is going to have more plays like that. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally.
That tight end been coming across, wiping me out this whole time.
100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
Wide receiver shows motion. After the run, now to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Taking it the other way. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field,
I was trying to get back to him because that's who I control when I run that defense. You didn't let me. So if you had it, he would have been in that spot.
Ready to go to work the big orange offense.
I'd have been chasing that tight end.
They go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Leaves it with the back. They get him on the ground. He picked up about 4 yards, and the ball spotted at the 10. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback.
The safety started going over there, didn't stop.
To every one of those players coming off that just put
11, see 11
to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of
it. He's looking to throw. He gets in there for the 2-point conversion and pushes the lead to 3. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting.
Sound like I did in the first half. They just don't respond.
Oh, he's going to take a chance.
Oh, no.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Bounced out of bounds at the 38 after that return. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. They stripped it out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
It's so disappointing for the offense, too, because they pride themselves on being physical, right? They wanted to come out in this game. They wanted to establish the run. They do that each and every week. They had the first down, but David, he just couldn't hold on to it. The defense now creates the takeaway.
And speaking of pride, that's what you pride yourself on defense, taking the football away. How many possessions can you steal? He had the first down, but you got there. And more importantly, we work on this all week long. Counting fair, stripping the football, getting the football out, and then falling on it. Nice job by the defense, forcing the turnover.
Yeah, he got it out.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his goal is.
He fished it with his own, with the hand,
nice
with
job
his left hand.
getting positive yards.
Wants to throw on first down. Quickly complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And this big orange offense getting it done in the passing game.
And great execution by the quarterback. And when you think about Tennessee offense, man, when they got their trigger man, and they've had some great ones, Peyton Manning, T. Martin, Henry Hooker had an unbelievable run. They find that guy, and their offense is so hard to stop.
Nice play by the defense, but now is the time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half.
The tight end was gone.
They've got
He
to
wouldn't let me
try
throw.
and take this running back away.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big
saw you
hit.
still through it. I don't know why I did that. I saw you there and still threw it.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard. It's good. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Oh, he's going to go for the return. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Grabbed behind the line, it's Provo. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Noles want to move quickly. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Lost one deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He fires it out to the right. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd pick.
Picked the wrong defense at first, and then I couldn't find the right defense in time, and then I just picked some random. Luckily, it worked out.
Power football with the run. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Tennessee 33, Florida State 27.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
Quick strike complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, and still short of the first down.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Working that left side now. Stop is made at the 35-yard line, a 5-yard gain there, and it's a first down. The Volunteers are marching down the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. On the run, still looking. Quarterback gets pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all those tools on that sack.
The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense to take over at the 18.
You talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. We're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter
it does that sometimes.
If you're sloppy, you put the football
I don't really know how to do it.
You're going to find yourself
when
behind.
you go in one certain direction, you hit the, I guess you flick the analog a certain way, they get a burst.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down. This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up the first down for his team. And the Seminoles racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting the fourth quarter, one possession game.
Oh! Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. Down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
He may have been down.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that
one.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB design run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front. Guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
When you were 26, they made it. 24 had me holding the
first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
What you mean? Oh, you mean the hit?
Stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass.
Ooh, I thought that was a pick.
On the right side. Not a big window, and that throw was money, and they've got it at the 30.
And offenses practice the situation. This is 4-minute offense. You've got the lead late in the game. You're trying to bleed the clock and just get first downs. They do that, they stay in bounds, and the clock keeps ticking.
Got enough for the first down. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Volunteer. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
The pitch. He's not going to make it. Stop short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Set to kick it away.
Going for the return. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse.
They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20. He'll call for the fair catch here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to go up top on first down.
Oh, come on.
Hang on, and he'll tell you
he came from
really
so
should
far.
have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle.
He came from so far.
Down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And with a lead like they have here in the 4th quarter, no question this offense is going to continue trying to pound the rock. They're going to run the football and try to ice this game.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They stop him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He's got great speed. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And he makes the catch inside the 20. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Trying to pound their way in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Takes the grab on the left. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too. They had a really good game plan coming in this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
I hate it happen like that, though.
I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking?
I hate it happen like that. You had me beat.
Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Offense gets set for second down. Right back to the well. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Defense will take a timeout with 28 seconds left.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
Grabs it in the middle. Tackled, but he has a first down.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. Under critical third down here in the fourth quarter. Surprise, surprise. Guess who they go to? That guy.
Good game,
With
man.
the clock running, this should be the final play. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness